confronted you as if being fired wasn't bad enough.
Over the course of his tenure at Forrester Creations, Carter Walton has consistently maintained a calm and unassuming presence. He was able to keep the peace and try to find a solution to the problem while frequently remaining in the background. Then, however, things began to shift one day. For Carter, the limit had been reached. It was impossible for him to continue to witness the family drama cause harm to the business that he cherished so dearly. It's the tipping point. Over the course of several weeks, he had witnessed Ridge and Steffi, along with other individuals, inflict harm upon others. They were not considering the company or the employees in any way. They were always concerned with maintaining their own power and authority. The final straw was when Ridge and Steffi were overheard discussing their plans to get rid of Hope's fashion line. Hope's own label, Hope for the Future, had achieved significant financial success and had been an inspiration to a large number of young designers. It was not lost on Carter that the human beings who worked on it, including herself, were extremely concerned about it. In reality, Ridge and Steffi's plan was more of a source of gasps than anything else. There was no business involved. This was a personal matter. As Carter entered the room, he stated, "This must come to an end." Ridge and Steffi appeared to be taken aback by his appearance. The words, "Carter, you are not a part of this," were spoken by Ridge with a firm tone. "It does," Carter responded. "It does. Involvement in this company is mine. I've been here for years, protecting it from any problems that may arise. However, what you are doing is not appropriate. It is your personal troubles that are causing the company and the employees who work here to suffer as a result of your actions." The eyes of Steffi were rolled. It was her response that she said, "You don't understand the bigger picture." Carter retorted, "No," in a shot. "I have no problem understanding. To put it another way, you are making decisions based on what you want rather than what is best for the organization." Making one's voice heard. Even though Carter had left Ridge and Steffi, his mission was not yet finished. He was aware that he needed to take additional actions. At Forrester Creations, he started having conversations with employees at all levels of the company. It was said that everyone, from the designers to the office personnel, had experienced feelings of being disregarded or undervalued. Carter was not the only one who felt the way he did. They were fed up with the fact that their job was being disrupted by family problems. Despite the fact that they enjoyed their work, they did not feel valued. As a result of Carter's statements, they experienced a sense of optimism as they saw someone finally advocating for them. There was a call from Carter to Hope, Zend, and even Thomas. As long as they did not let the family drama stifle their development, he wanted them to understand that their contributions to the company, both in terms of their labor and their ideas, were what could lead to its expansion. He was told by Carter, "And Thomas, you're doing fantastic. You, too, have the ability to bring about genuine transformation. However, it is necessary for you to ascertain whether you are a contributor to the problem or a contributor to the solution." Thomas had second thoughts, but in the end he decided to agree. "Yes, you are correct, Carter. I'm in," he clarified. The major change. Carter was of the opinion that it was time to spread the word throughout the entire firm. He made a request to meet with the board of directors of Forrester. Ridge, Steffi, Eric, and a few others were featured in this. Although it was a big gamble, Carter was willing to take it. At the beginning of the meeting, Carter stood up and talked in a manner that was both calm and firm. The first thing he said was, "Forrester Creations is one of the most prestigious fashion houses in the world. However, as of late, we have been unable to find our path. We have allowed personal disagreements to take precedence above business concerns, and this is having a negative impact on the organization." Ridge wore a frown. "It is not clear what you are talking about, Carter." In response, Carter stated, "I'm saying that we need to change things at this point. The people who work here and the consumers who put their faith in us are both important considerations for us. The egos and drama need to be put to an end. Should we fail to do so, we will lose everything." After a brief pause, there was complete silence in the room. Eric, the Forrester family patriarch, decided to weigh in on the matter. It was remarked by him that Carter had a point. It has come to our attention that we have allowed personal concerns to cloud our judgment. It is time to get back to the things that are fundamental. It appeared as though Steffi and Ridge were angry, yet they did not argue with one another. Despite the fact that they were aware that what Carter was saying was accurate, they did not wish to hear it. Resulting outcomes. The speech that Carter gave Forrester Creations a jolt. There were those who lauded his bravery, while others stated that he had gone too far. Despite the fact that Ridge and Steffi were particularly troubled, it was impossible to deny that Carter had sparked a significant conversation. The next day, Eric called Carter into his office and asked him to come in. With a smirk on his face, Eric remarked, "You've caused some people to feel uncomfortable. However, I do believe that you have opened some eyes as well." In response, Carter stated, "I did not do this in order to cause trouble. The reason I did it is because I adore this employer. I hope that it is successful." Eric gave a slight nod. "I have faith in you. I'm interested to see where this goes. We are starting over." Changes of a minute kind began to take place at Forrester Creations in the weeks that followed. As people started to feel appreciated, new ideas started to come to them. The necessary support was provided for Hope's fashion line, and Thomas even appeared to be more focused on his work than he was on the turmoil that was occurring in his family. Carter, however, was aware that there was a great deal more work to be done, and he was pleased with what he had started. In spite of the fact that it was challenging, he had taken a position for what he believed in. When he was strolling around the workplace one afternoon, a young designer came up to him and introduced himself. In addition, she said, "Thank you, Carter." The act of speaking up, it has a great deal of significance. Carter wore a grin. He continued by saying, "We are all in this together." For the first time in a very long time, it appeared as though Forrester Creations was moving closer to the path that should be followed. Additionally, Carter Walton was ready to continue his fight for the organization and the people who had contributed to its accomplishments.